guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Foster Kajin Cosplay, and today we are back again with you guys with Viking, episode 8, season 6, part 1. We just watched Lagertha's funeral.
Yeah.
Maybe you can see our tears on our faces.
No, I think they're pretty much all gone, but yeah, last episode was Lagertha's funeral.
Yeah.
And very good performance by everyone, and very beautiful music, very beautiful visuals. Some stuff with Ivar, but I gotta admit, I didn't pay much attention. I was too focused on not crying.
Well, he was talking about miracles, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, the whole situation is fucked up, but like, we focused on Lagertha last episode, and Hvitserk is not doing good. So, yeah, that's it. That's the whole recap. We will jump right away into this episode and see what happens next, because even though Lagertha is gone, the world still keeps turning, and
we still need to watch the episodes, so...
No, but we still need, like, there's still a lot of issues to deal with.
Yeah, true.
There's a lot of stuff happening still, it's just that
Like...
last episode, we focused on something else. So,
alright, let's
go.
watch it, guys.
See, I told you it wouldn't take much time. Oh, boy.
I wonder if you even know, brother, why you have been brought here.
I know why. I killed Lagertha.
What?
I killed your mother, Bjorn.
You didn't know! That would hurt so much.
I thought she was Ivar. I thought that she...
That's true! Stop it!
I thought that Ivar was coming to kill me.
Bjorn!
I don't care what you thought. You murdered my brother. You murdered the most famous shield maiden in the world.
She murdered his mother.
You sad, pathetic, rattled little man.
Oh boy!
And you aren't fit to be called a son of Ragnar.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, you killed it, the actor. Good job, Alex.
I am a sad wreck of a man. I've made a bad job of my life. And whatever you want to do with me, even if you want to burn me alive, I'll accept it.
Hvitserk is guilty. You all heard him confess.
I don't want for him to die, though.
Me neither. You should calm down before you say anything else, Bjorn.
I will decide tomorrow what punishment he must face.
At least.
Take him away.
He's just taking it. Honestly, Alexander, this episode, whoa, already starting strong. Oh man.
Not just him, Marco too.
He took it. He took it. Marco's been good since the first episode of the season.
You have your father's eyes. When your time comes, you must lead with your head, not with your heart. Can you do that?
Yeah, he looks like him, we know. Think with your head, man. That's what he told you. That's what he told you. Think with your head. Don't make the mistake of killing your brother. Even though he's not, you know...
Again with the soundtrack.
I honestly don't want him to die this episode.
No,
I cannot
don't.
take it.
I don't want him to die too.
Oh, stop this! I don't want this to happen! You kidding me?
Light the fire.
No! fuck? God. Oh, Jesus Christ. I was not gonna be okay.
I don't think that because he changed his mind though.
Well, it could either be because he saw a sign and he was like, whoop, nope, you don't want him to die just yet. Or he was too happy.
I saved you. And you want to know why I saved you? Because I know you were happy to die.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to be happy. I want you to suffer a living death.
Valhalla can wait.
Expelled from cat to cat in the haunts of men, destined to die in a ditch in some forest somewhere, utterly forgotten, wretched, insignificant, unmemorable.
It's hurting me, but at the same time, it's giving him opportunity
To find himself back.
Yes. So banishment.
He needs to survive, please.
They still let him in chains.
Unshackle him.
People of Kattegat, King Hel Finehair has defeated me in the election for the kingship of Norway. Perhaps I underestimated my opponent. I fear he will launch an attack very soon, as we are a prize worth taking. Knowing what you know, do you want me to step down as your king? If you do, you can pledge your allegiance to King Harald and save Kattegat from destruction.
That'd be the worst if they all said, well, yeah, man, just stop. I don't think they will.
I am ashamed. Here's the son of Ragnar Lothbrok asking for your support. You know Bjorn. You know what he has achieved. And now he tells you that perhaps the gods don't favor him anymore. But I don't think so. I think the gods love Bjorn Ironside, as you do. You love Bjorn. And you have every reason to do so. You should acclaim him. What other kind of hero do you want? Here is Bjorn Ironside. He fights for you.
Thank you. He's lost too much in the past few days for them to just decide not to follow him anymore. Oh, this is cool. It's not about him being chosen, it's about them choosing him this time. This crown means a lot more to me, and I hope to him, than the first one did.
Yeah, me too.
My intention is to send small raiding parties to take prisoners from whom further vital information can be gleaned.
I agree that is very sensible. And I hope you might consider appointing me to lead one of the raiding parties.
I will definitely consider your request.
Oh, that pause.
Although Katya and I both value your intimate company.
Mm-hmm.
You're a very
We
intriguing
like to be watched.
Some of the things you say, sir.
What do you say, Prince Igor? Would you like to come with me on a raiding party?
I must consult the king. He knows everything. What do you think? I think you should make the wrong decision.
What are you doing? Huh? Are you crazy?
I am not crazy. I am the king here. I own everything. I own the land and the sky.
Oh, shit.
Don't do that anymore. Don't be stupid. You're not a king. You're my ward. I'm responsible for you, and without me, you're nothing. Less than nothing. Don't even try to make fun of me, Karen. I'll cut out your tongue. Feed your liver to my dogs.
This is crazy. Oh, poor kid. No, he was just saying what Ivar was telling him, you know? He's so mad.
He's a good boy.
He's not a dog.
It just needs to be controlled. Do not weep, dear Igor. Sweet child, do not weep.
Maybe he does feel like
I am here now.
that's kind of a relationship he could have had with his son. Maybe that's why he likes him so much.
Maybe, yeah.
Because in my head, like, Ivar is still a kid, like, he's still 15 or something. But he's not, like, he's definitely not. Jesus. They like to come out of the fog.
Yeah. But who are they attacking? God, it looks like a Viking village.
I'm not sure, like...
So they're there already?
Well, he said he wanted to do raids and take prisoners and stuff, so this could be this. They just started, they're not wasting time.
No.
What they don't really know, though, is that Bjorn and Harold, like, are now possess two different sides of Norway. So they could be attacking Harold right now, and we don't know.
He's good. He's really good.
Yeah.
So that means that he's important.
Well, maybe not, he's just a Viking.
Ow!
I thought you wanted to take prisoners.
Want to? Oh no, he's important. He's gonna be important.
He's gonna get killed in a sec. See?
Never mind. Never mind.
It's vicious! Yeah, they left this so they know who did this,
Yeah.
and the message will spread. It's starting. They're coming back.
Just a massacre. No prisoner.
Yep. Well, they left one alive.
Won't tell the tale.
Exactly. How many men does it take to deliver a message? One.
And what does it signify?
You're in trouble.
Tell King Harold what you saw.
What did these raiders look like? Strange men with strange voices,
With strange hats.
wearing furs and riding horses. They came, went like ghosts.
That's kind of how they introduced the Vikings in the first
Whatever
season.
they are,
Like
they're not
demons, yeah.
ghosts. They're not ghosts. What do you say? Old King Olaf.
These are an alien people who have staked a claim to our land. And one day, they will return. Not as a raiding party, but as an army.
That's so ominous.
I can't wait for that, guys.
That's gonna be epic. You're king now, you gotta deal with this shit. I love how they bring the tension up, you know?
Yeah, but it's just like you said, just like when the Viking first invade
England.
England. Yeah.
Same. That was like for the English people, the Vikings were the monsters. They didn't know, they didn't understand, they had no idea like where they came from, what they were doing here. They were scary. So I love that we're basically seeing the same scenario, but from the Vikings' point of view, and now someone else is invading. Like,
Yeah.
but we know Oleg is crazy. We know, like, just the scene with the kid. Like, Ivar made a face at first when the kid decided to, fight back and be like, "I own everything." He was kind of, I think he was curious to see what would happen. But then when he saw how Oleg reacted, destroying the puppet because he got genuinely angry at being told that the kid, owned everything. He destroyed, and I mean, the Puppet King, to me, always felt like a metaphor to what was going on around, because Puppet Kings were all over the place. Ivar, the kid, Oleg, anyone could be the puppet, depending on who holds the strings, and they're all trying to hold them. So, that was very interesting, but then he got so angry.
You know what? I don't really think that Oleg is crazy in the sense that you think of.
But maybe you don't understand the crazy I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I think that with him is just overpowered by just rage and by a taste of blood.
Yeah,
you know?
when I say he's crazy, I'm not meaning he has a mental health condition.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, but we should just say that it just is lusting for blood, something like that. You know,
he's driven by his emotions,
by his anger
and well, his emotions, and he is. I think that he's genuinely scared of losing what he has because he could genuinely lose it. He doesn't own any of it, and none of it is legitimate. So he's very kind of like, you know, he lost it with his brothers because they had something he wanted. He lost his wife to another guy. You know, he's that deeply afraid of losing what he has, so he gets very angry whenever there's a sign of rebellion or a sign of someone who might try to overtake him.
Yeah. Bloodlust, rage, paranoia, and possessiveness. That's so huge mixed up.
And I mean, he's playing a dangerous game with Ivar because he's constantly trying to appeal to him. Like, he's trying to bait him into being there because having Ivar with him gives him claim to some things, you know. It gives him support maybe from people who still want to follow Ivar. And he's still, you know, there's all this legend about him being a descendant of Odin and stuff. So, I mean, he's important and he could help. But he doesn't want him to be in charge of anything. So he keeps giving him breadcrumbs, but he doesn't intend to give him the bread. And it was clear, and I think Ivar knows it definitely, but he's also doing the same thing as Oleg, which is giving him enough so that they have a good relationship, but then I don't think he's planning on letting him win eventually. But the thing is, Ivar cannot do anything right now because he's a prisoner, sort of.
Well, it's just like the prince, basically, just like the just like the child,
Igor.
because technically, just like Igor,
which, by the way,
Ivar has a claim to the throne of Kattegat, right?
Well, he could argue that he
could argue he's the son of Ragnar.
But the thing is, like, you don't become king because your dad was king. You become king because you earn it. You know, you either, you know, I don't think that Bjorn, at first Bjorn became king because he's the son of Ragnar. They won the battle against Ivar, so obviously he became king. This time they chose him to be their king, so I think it meant a lot more. But I don't think that's how it works in their culture. Like, I'm not sure that because your dad is king, you automatically become king.
No,
we talked about this before, but...
Well, we know that if you get overthrown by somebody, the one who overthrew you became king.
Because, like, Ragnar and Aslog were king and queens, and then when Ragnar went away, Aslog was in charge. Lagertha killed her, so she became queen. It had nothing to do with family or legacy and stuff.
Yeah,
and then
she overthrown Aslog.
And then she basically was defeated by Ivar, so he took the throne. And then Bjorn defeated Ivar, so he took the throne. So it has nothing to do with family. So Ivar doesn't have a claim to the throne of Kattegat, but he could find followers back home.
True.
Because of his legacy, because of who he is.
That is true indeed.
So yeah, he's important. And but Oleg is like a loose cannon, and I did not think about this before. And it might be because in my mind, like, Alex hasn't aged much. You know, like he doesn't look that much older.
Okay, I know that. In season 4, part 1 or part 2, when we first saw him, when he was like Alex, basically, he was technically like 14 or something.
Are you kidding me?
No, yeah, he was 14.
14?
Ivar was 14.
How old is he now?
18.
Wait, what? No, Ivar.
Ivar is
like Jesus
18.
Christ! I thought you meant the actor.
No, Alex is my age. Alex is like
our age,
26 or 27.
Yeah, he's our age.
Yeah, he's our age. But Ivar, when we first saw him played by Alex, was 14, if I'm correct.
Yeah, but
and right now it's supposed to be like 18 or something.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Ivar though. I'm talking about Alex.
Yeah, Alex is our age. I was surprised, but I'm pleasantly gladly surprised.
I don't feel like he's aged much. He still looks very young.
Yeah.
So when I look at him, I don't see a potential dad. I see a friend of Igor. You know, I saw their friendship as friendship, but it's true that he had a son. Well, he believes he had a son. The relationship he's developing with Igor could definitely be that of a father and a child.
True.
The fact that after what happened and stuff, Oleg was saying like, you know how kids are. You had a kid, right? And I'm like, well, wait a second. Maybe that's how he starts to see. And he was comforting him, and holding him and stuff. And I'm like, maybe. And I mean, maybe now he's aware of it, but maybe at first unconsciously he kind of started treating him as he would have a son of his.
Technically, when he went the first time with his dad to England and he got captured by the what was his name again? King Egbert, sorry, yeah. And he played with Alfred.
They were pretty much.
They were pretty much the same. But no, I think Alfred is a little bit more older than
not that much.
Alfred, but basically. He had a sort of good relationship with Alfred.
Yeah, that was of a friend,
yeah,
of a rival or something.
But surprisingly, I think that Alfred is just good with kids.
No, it's true, but I feel like this episode, like I said, it felt like a friendship. But this episode, I feel like it kind of took a turn on the maybe father-son. Like, not like that's how they will see each other. But it's true that it could explain why he's so drawn to the kid.
Well, it was like the same relationship that he had with Floki when Floki taught him stuff. Just
that
like
of a mentor-father figure.
Mentor-father figure, yeah.
But in any case, Oleg is getting very dangerous. Like, he's always been dangerous, but now he's actually attacking. And Ivar is going to take that as an opportunity to do some damage too. But he is waiting for the chance to leave this place.
I was expecting the tea to be poison, guys.
Well, he didn't drink it, so we don't know.
Because with the music, it's like, okay, somebody's gonna dance. If somebody's dance, somebody's gonna die.
And it's the fact that she looked at him like very intensely.
Do you want some tea?
She's teasing him so much. Like she's intrigued by him a lot. And I think that because he told her that, like, when he told her that she looked like she was his dead wife and stuff, she saw how vulnerable he was, and I think she's kind of playing with this a lot.
Why am I not surprised?
I mean, that makes her shitty.
You can change that, but you cannot change the bitchiness in the girl.
You can change the clothes and the wigs and stuff, but it's still the same bitch that we didn't like it the first time. Nah. In any case, but yeah. But this episode, I'm giving the trophy best performance, best, trauma to Bjorn. Fucking hell! Like, they are giving him the speeches and they are giving him the emotional scenes this season. And, these past few episodes, last episode actually, I was watching him, say farewell to his mom and stuff. There was a passing thought in my mind, like, as sad as it was, I enjoyed this type of storyline. I thought I really enjoyed where they were taking Bjorn, what they were doing with him, how conflicting it is for him to be king and at the same time, face this.
By doing it, you allow the character to grow, and it is beautiful to watch.
It's human, yeah. But after that, they brought it back to that other girl. I kind of like, ugh. I'm so done with this type of storyline with Bjorn, but
I'm surprised and not surprised that Gunhild was kind of okay with it, because she's a different type of woman.
I had a feeling that she understood what type of man Bjorn was, It hurts, but at the same time, like, she kind of knows that that's who he is, and she'd rather not lose Bjorn and bring in someone else in the marriage than live a life where she's the other woman,
But the thing
even though
is
she's
that the other woman doesn't want to be the second wife.
Yeah, she did a look that I'm like, I don't think she wants to share. And he's confused, like, he doesn't understand.
You're okay with it? Of course I'm okay.
I think he doesn't know what he wants. He was looking for comfort.
He never knew what he wants.
Yeah, for sure. But like now, especially in this episode, he's lost his mom, he's lost his son. It looked like he was desperately in need of keeping everyone he cared about close. He didn't want anyone else to leave. Like he was very, he wanted to, keep his daughter around and stuff. And Torvi was just like, no and stuff. And I'm like, no, give him that. Like, he needs support. And it's true, like, he's always been the one to leave, but now he wants people to stay. And I think he wanted comfort when he went to her. I don't think he loves her. Gunhild, she's saying that he loves the other girl, but I'm like, no, that's just lust. And even with her, like, I'm not sure what he actually feels with her. But, I will give him the benefit of the doubt when he says he loves his wife. It's just not enough to say, oh, she doesn't deserve this, and then he's just like still fucking the other girl. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, I don't really trust your words, Bjorn.
Yeah.
When you
But
say
everything
those
else,
words.
but everything else was cool. Like everything else, everything he's going through, the shot, that amazing flashback to that scene where you know he had to basically let his father go and choose his mom and stuff, and now he's got no one else. And he had to think about the words he told him. Think about your head, not your heart, which is very important. Which is something I said also, and I wanted him to.
Yeah, but he doesn't either. You just think of it with his dicks. So
no. With Hvitserk, it wasn't that. That's why I'm focusing on the storyline that I care about.
Usually, Bjorn think with his dick. Okay,
Yeah,
but this time he think with kind of.
He went with his art. He went with his art, but then I think he did both scenarios. Because it's true that when he saw Hvitserk so happy to die, it made sense. Like that was I had two theories. Either he saw like the sign and stuff and he was like, the gods don't want him to die just yet. Which would have been thinking with your head, kinda, you know, thinking that despite the fact that he wants him dead, he won't because...
I didn't see as a sign that the gods said you don't... the Hvitserk wasn't doomed to die.
No, it's Valhalla calling to him.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing. Like, I was saying, literally, this could be that, or he saw that Hvitserk was happy, and he didn't want him to be happy, dying. So he let him live, which is worse for him. It's not the end of him, though. I don't think they will kill him. Like Floki, I don't think they will kill him off screen like that, in a way that we don't get to grieve him, or understand that he's dead.
You know what it reminds me of? Do you remember when Bjorn went alone during the winter to find himself?
He became a bigger man.
To become a man. I just hope that the same story happens to Hvitserk.
Well,
and he finally finds himself.
I think he won't have a choice because he's literally he won't have access to anything, anyone. I think it's a great opportunity. Like that's what I was saying. It hurts to see him go on this and be this miserable, but at the same time, it gives him an opportunity to better himself and actually grow and find himself. Because what he was saying this episode hurt me so much. Like he was saying he never did anything for his dad to be proud, and I'm like, you're still so young. Like don't expect yourself. He puts himself. He gives himself so much expectations. Like he wants to do so much because everyone else in his family did so much, but like that's the curse of being born in a family full of geniuses and good fighters and good strategists and stuff. Like he wants to be the same because he believes that he has to be the same, but because of that he goes through much more stuff than normal people because the expectations are too high.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that he's not worth having, you know, being happy and having someone he loves and living life. So I think he, like you said, I love the little reference because it's true. He's going into the wild alone. I think it's a perfect opportunity for him to grow, understand what he wants and who he is.
I just hope he doesn't die, please.
I don't think he will die off screen. That would be
We don't
shitty.
know. Maybe they kill Floki off screen and we don't know yet.
I have faith in them. If they actually did, I will know at the end of the show. I'll be like, where was Floki? I'll be mad.
If we don't see him, it's because he's dead.
But I don't think he is, though, because that was the thing. When they got back to Iceland, that little speech Flatno said, like, why in God's name did they come here and stuff? Like, he did not want them there. So he's hiding something for sure.
Yeah.
We weren't sure because, like, he was saying, oh, you can come and stuff. But, of course, he wasn't going to say, like, I don't want you in Iceland and stuff.
That would be suspicious.
Yeah, that would be very suspicious. But, that shot of the axe, you know, when Uba left, I'm like, this is not good. Like, we still don't trust this guy. Like,
Please, flat nose, do not kill Uba, Torvi, and their
no,
daughter.
I don't think he will, but I think he's hiding something, and they will find out. So either he knows where Floki is, he's not saying anything, or he's afraid that they'll figure out what happened, you know, why Floki left.
Don't know.
He kind of told them the truth, but, like, the whole truth? There's a few details that you could still say.
He didn't tell them everything that happened in the settlement.
Yeah.
No,
Well, he did say the thing about his son being killed by the other family and eventually him getting his revenge on the family. He did say that, so that did happen.
Yeah.
What he didn't talk about was his freak out with Floki, how he basically pushed him away and stuff, and how Loki left, and that unless they found him, if they found him and they're keeping him somewhere, then that's huge. But I'm all for Uba going west. That's he needs his own accomplishment, and that would be his. Which made me think, like, this entire episode, I was thinking, oh, remember when the Oracle said to Ragnar, all of your sons will do great things, all of them will be more, famous than you, and I'm like, well, this is happening, except for Hvitserk, but he still has time. Or maybe he meant in an infamous way he would be famous because he did kill Agartha.
True. Maybe.
Yeah.
Is it got time to do something else?
Yeah,
we got, like, what, 12 episodes
But
left?
I think the prophecy happened. Like, I think what he was told, like, you will do something that no one else has managed to do. That's what he was saying. Mm-hmm. He was so lost looking for a faith of his, for a purpose in his life. And now that he killed Agartha, that was his only way of dealing with the grief, I feel like. He was telling himself that the gods used him to do this, so it was fate, it was his purpose. What he's been looking for this whole time, he's found it. And that's his way of dealing with the guilt of I killed Agartha. It's always a way for them to deal with the guilt, actually, in the show. Like, oh, well...
It was fate.
It was fate. The gods made me do it.
It's not a good way to deal with it.
I know. Ragnar went through that. Yeah. In any case. So, good episode. But now, the Russians are coming.
The Russ are coming.
Yeah, and they are being awfully ominous, so...
Alright, so I'm getting tired, so I think we're gonna just end it there, guys.
It is pretty late, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out, the link is in the description.
And if you don't, you can wait for the next one to be up on YouTube, which will be next week.
Yes.
So we're gonna see you in a week, guys.
Hopefully we won't cry, like
Well, I don't expect cries, but I expect a huge battle.
They almost got me this episode, like, when they went to kill Hvitserk, I was like, they are doing this? Like, really? I almost got teary-eyed again, and I'm like, no! And then, okay. Anyway, bye guys.
Bye, guys.